Stay is just, again, a beautiful song. You get a chance to cut this song with Joey. Can you go into that setup and that story about, working with Joey in the studio? What was that like?
It was funny because I remember seeing the interview you did with Joey, and he's such a cool dude, man, and he's so humble. He was like, Johnny was a little timid. Nah, I was like way past timid. I was fucking scared. I was in the parking lot like, dude, I sound like shit. How does this sound? And like, I just took a nap. Like I had my throat, I had all the saliva, and I was really, really, really worried. So we went in the studio, and Joey was super humble. Like I think it was Colt called him, and he came outside, and I'm just tripping. Like I just woke up. I'm like, dude, it's fucking Joey. Like we're at the studio. We're in the parking lot. We're gonna go in the studio, and I'm like, heart's beating, like boom, boom, and I'm panicking, like fuck. So Joey's like, yeah, what's up, guys? Nice to meet you guys. We go in the studio, and I'm like fucking scared. And Joey's like we're talking, and Joey's like, yeah, you guys want to jam? And Colt's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, man. So we start sitting, and I'm like, actually, I think I was shaking like a little bit. I was had my hands in my pocket, and Joey was like, yeah, man, I heard you fools, you guys are dope. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, man. Like, I'm like really trying not to like fangirl. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, thanks for having us over. And I see him setting up a microphone, and I'm like, fuck. Like, this guy's plugging in his guitar. This guy's playing the drums. Like, Joey's setting up a mic. So I already knew, like, fuck, dude, we got a jam for this dude, man. And I was like, all right. Like, we're gonna jam. And we set everything up, and we start jamming. Sure enough, man, like my nerves kick in, and I fuck up a few times. And we actually ran Stay a couple times, but I remember like playing it one time, and I'm like, all right, like, how did that sound, dude? And Cole's like, it sounded good, man. And Joey's like, yeah, it sounded good, man. You guys are dope. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I fucked up. Like, telling myself, you fucked up on the high note. Like, you fucked up, like, on your breathing. And, like, and Colt's like, let's try it again. And we do it again. The second time sounds better. I think we did it 3 times. And then we had a show that day, right? We had a show that day.
We were just passing through. So, like.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah. I told Joey, yeah, man, thanks for letting us come by. And I was like, thank you, Joey, for letting us jam. And Joey was like, you guys are dope, man. Come by again. And I just remember like going in the studio scared as fuck and leaving the studio even more scared. I'm a big overthinker, so I was just
on your way to the next gig, first LA gig.
Yeah, we were like, we gotta play a gig, and I just remember I kept asking these dudes, how did I sound? And like, Cole's like, you sounded good. I'm like, dude, don't fucking bullshit. How did I sound? Like, I fucked up. And he's like, nah, man, it was cool, dude. Like, Joey thought we were cool, and like, I just remember overthinking, and sure enough, we go there again, and ended up being cool as hell with Joey, dude. Like,
Jason kind of connected the dots on that one like months later, and we went to record, and of course we're all timid. And you know what the best part about it is like Joey doesn't want to be gassed up, dude. He just wants to be there. He wants to be a shadow. He wants to play music because he loves music. He wants to help bring it out of you. And we showed up. We were timid. The drinks started flowing, and once we all started cracking jokes and telling stories, and really, dude, don't put him on a pedestal. He's like shits and bleeds like the rest of us. So we're all kicking it, having fun, and then he helped us structure. Stay was pretty structured, but we told him, yo, we want a little more rocksteady vibe. We want that early 60s reggae. He hops on the piano. We've never had a keyboard player, so that was beautiful. He's like writing it with Johnny, helping us. How about this part here? How about move this here? And it was dope too, because we've tried recording before digitally, and it's like metronome, individual, like, and we're not trained musicians, so like I'm listening to Johnny's vocals for my next chord change, and I'm looking at John to give me a nod, and I'm watching Kevin. So when we got to Joey's studio, first of all, he had the tape reels. That was dope. And we all got to play it together, and I think that was a big part too. Like, we're all in one room vibing off each other instead of listening to a click track metronome. And that was a big part too. It was really comfortable atmosphere. It was actually like chilling at the pad. It was really weird. Secondhand Sounds is like a really comfortable studio.
Like Colt said, man, he's just like me. I noticed real quick too, like, he didn't like to be hyped up, because I'm like, dude, no, dude, I love your music. And I didn't think it bothered him, but I noticed he just wanted to be like treated regular like us. And the thing I loved about Joey is when he started to get to know us, he was like, he could see it, like, man, I was really fucking beating myself up. And I know that he's seen it, because there was a time where he was like, all right, hold on. He left his booth, came out, turned the lights off, he lit some candles, and then the thing that was funny was like, here, take this mic. He took it off, gave me a mic, kind of looked like that one. Gave me the mic, and he was like, here, gave me a beer, and I was like, what? And that's when it hit me. I'm like, oh, all right, this dude's fucking like a scientist. He noticed right away that I'm not feeling at home, so he's like, you know, here, made me feel at home. And that, right when he did that, like I don't know if he noticed me beating myself up or what, or just caught a vibe, but he knew what to do, man. He gave me the microphone. I'm new to recording, so he's probably seen us, pictures and videos of us live. Was like, here, hold on to the mic. Here's a beer. Take a breath, smoke a cigarette, do your thing. And then after that, it was just like he caught me off guard to where like he knew where my natural habitat was, and he put me in that natural habitat, and it was like boom. And
that's a producer for you.
Yeah,
right there.
he's an amazing producer, and I hope he gives himself the credit he deserves, because he's broken me out of my shell as well. Like, I wouldn't be the musician I am today without him doing his little steps, you know, like, for sure. He's like a fucking, like the Stephen Hawkins of recording, dude, for real. He really is, man. That's what I think about.
What he doesn't know is he's a fucking escaper now. He's stuck playing keys with us for gigs. Yeah. So, like,
yeah, I referred to him as the Dr. Dre of soul.
Yeah, Dr. Dre.
That's what I used to say. I would be like, yo, we need our Dr. Dre. And I'm like, oh, okay. This guy, he knows like soul, he knows reggae. I'm sure he's going to hate hearing us say this, but we've been saying it since we were all sitting in John's living room when we watched the Seems Like. I'm like, that is the dude who knows the direction we want to go. And no shade against who we recorded with previously. They just didn't know the music that we were playing. And Joey's like the encyclopedia of like the tunes that we dig.
Yeah, and he's been there, done that. He's done it at a high level. He's playing similar music. He sings, he plays guitar, he plays, you know, every pretty much instrument, piano. So I think that he just gets like what you guys are about. And yeah, I mean, he's in his interview, what he basically said is like, I will find like the gold and like the weakness in someone, and I will be able to kind of put myself in their shoes and you know, help them perform. So I think that's the beauty of him. And again, I hope you guys keep continuing to work with him if it's possible, right? I mean, the guy is like super busy, he doesn't sleep at night. He's got like 100 bands in there at a time. But I'm hoping that you guys can continue to, you know, he can be that person to take the music and your guys' music to the next level.
He's like an escaper now, because I mean, we have another, we just finished a 45 a couple months back. We're coming out with Mango Hill, Shame on Love. We're going to finish a B-side for our next 45, and then ultimately an LP with Mango Hill. That's the next step. But in between these things, like, he's playing gigs with us too, which is dope. We played shout out to Hello Stranger and Angela. You know, she had us come out to Palm Springs, play a little live stream, and it was dope to have. We need a keyboard player, and Joey fills that spot. So we got a lot more music to come, and probably who knows what's down the pipeline, but we're just taking the ride and going with it. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I want to talk about Shame on Love. You know, how did that song come about? What's that song about? Can you give me details on that, Johnny?
Yeah, man, it kind of ties down to Stay. It's another song. I mean, like I said, you know, the relationship I'm in with my girlfriend, happy, we're both happy. So it wasn't something that I reflected on. Colton actually broke me out of my shell, because I would just write love song, and Colton's like, dude, let's write, like, you know, you're a gnarly ass writer, dude. Let's break out of the box again, and let's write a sad song. And I'm like, you know what, man, I'm not sad in my relationship with myself again. I was very sad for a long time, but as far as being in a relationship, I'm not sad. I mean, you know, in high school we've been hurt, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's do this again. Let's write something that people can connect to, even though it's not something that I'm going through, or, you know, us. Let's put our heads together. And sure enough, you know, we put something together. I was like, I think I'm on something, you know. Everyone's falling in love, and also everyone, you know, everyone's falling in love. Let's do something. Everyone's been hurt, so we kind of just pieced together, you know, Shame on Love. And I try to like put myself in other people's shoes, and it's almost like being an actor, you know, like a director, like you're directing a movie. I kind of like, let me put myself in someone else's shoe. Let me direct a movie in my mind. And that's how kind of Shame on Love came about. I was like, dude, you know, like, I think I got something. Again, like, hit them up. I think I got something, you know, how does this sound? You know, started singing a little bit of, you know, the song Shame on Love, you know, and but yeah, just put myself in, you know, someone else's shoes, some, you know, just shit that someone can connect to, you know, just being in love and being in, you know, being hurt and like, you know, like, fuck, not shame on me, you know, shame on love, you know, like, fuck you, love, you did this to me, you know, like, fuck, man, your kiss fucking burns me, but at the same time, like, you got me coming back, you know, and I know there's people that can connect to that, you know. So that's how that came along. It was actually this guy's idea. He put it in my head, let's do something sad. And
people can connect with heartbreak. People love, like, we've all been there, so
yeah.
like,
yeah, I think that's the big appeal for like the modern soul, you know, like music for a while, it's like you have the hip hop and that's all about hustling, making money, effing girls, you know, whatever, you know, clubbing. And then, you know, when the modern soul kind of kicked in, you know, really with Joey and the, you know, the Lakesiders, and there's other groups out there as well, but I think what hits home for a lot of people is that it's talking about love. It's talking about romance again. We're bringing like that 70s, you know, feel back, you know, like those love songs, you know, and people want to hear it, you know, and that's I think why a lot of people are connected to what you guys are doing and the other groups out there are doing, the, you know, solo artists are doing out there with the soul. It connects on all different generations, and that's just the beauty of soul music.
Those eyes won't let go. And the heart she gave to me just do not see cold. Seems like this heart of mine just don't know. But the pain that love can bring, that love can bring, from the way that love makes it, that love.
That was a bomb.